Welcome back to the Roadside Rescue YouTube channel. I'm Ernest, and first off the bat, thanks for all the awesome growth the channel's been having, all the new subscribers. Everybody, welcome to this video. We just got an emergency call out. Actually stumbled across it. I've been doing a lot of computer work this morning because I've been setting up my Facebook page, Instagram, website, all that stuff, just because the channel's been growing so fast. So I'm trying to get everything set up for everybody. And when I was scrolling through Facebook, I actually saw somebody on a local yard sale page, which I follow a lot of those because I pick up a lot of jobs out of there. But he posted a picture of his rear wheel drum, brake drum on his car. It's a Hyundai Accent. I think it's the same as my wife's, which I've done recently. He can't put the brake shoes back on. He said he can't figure it out. And I just stumbled across the picture. So I sent him a message, and he said if I can come up there right now, the job's mine. So we're going to head up there, take a break because the computer can wait. And we'll get his rear brakes put back together for him. So this is an emergency rescue. We'll get up there. It's just in the town north of us, about 5 minutes away. And we'll get this guy's vehicle put back together for him. So let's go. Toolbox is locked. Gotta make sure. Cool. All right, don't forget to subscribe and like for the giveaway coming up. Here we go. All right, here we are. Here's our little Accent here. Take a look at the situation. Here we are. So I went ahead and threw my jack stand under there on that side. He's got his jack under there, so I'll probably just whip out my jack stand and take the other tire off. If I ever do rear brakes, I like to take both tires off at the same time and not touch the other one, but have it open as a reference so I can, you know, look over there and see where the springs need to go exactly over here rather than trying to remember, because if you get one little spring backwards, that's not the way it was designed to be. We will go ahead. I'm just going to jack up that other side and leave that small jack he has under there on that side. And we'll take that tire off as a reference. And then we'll get putting this one back together. He's got it apart. He just couldn't get it back together with the springs and stuff. But I've got some good pliers to reach up in there and get those springs on. So here we go. Okay, now you can kind of see what I was talking about. If we leave this one intact here and we just look at the other side, well, this gives us a reference, first off, because I didn't take it apart and see how it was. So luckily both of them were together. But again, I can come over here if I can't figure out which way this spring goes on, which looks like here everything's pretty simple. But again, just in case, if you can't figure it out, then you got the reference over here. So those wheel bearings sound fine. We'll hop onto the other side and get them put back together, and then we'll come over here. All right, these are some of my favorite pliers for doing drum brakes. They're little hose pliers, but this loop right here gives you a really good spot to put the spring on and then pull with these. I know they make a tool for them. I actually don't have one because I've always used these and they work real well. So looks like we're going to be reusing hardware here on my own vehicles and on customers' vehicles that I sell on the job. I'll usually replace the hardware, just include it, but yeah, not this time. I think the first part of the problem is here, I'm assuming you couldn't get this on, but this is bent up a little bit, so I've kind of bent it back into place, but I was having trouble just getting that little retaining clip on there because it wouldn't slide through the flat part since that was bent. So hopefully it'll slide through now, but that was probably just the beginning of the issue here. And yeah, here we go. All right, that took a little longer than it should have. That space right here, if you can just see, there's a lip right here, was just making this too narrow to put my big pliers in there. So it took probably 10 minutes. I finally just went and got a new pair of pliers. I like using these ones because they can grab the spring and that clip. But I finally just set the spring on there and use these needle nose to push it down and spin it on. So everything's in place except for the springs, and this needs adjusting and everything, but at least those pads are in there now. All I've got to do is hook up the springs. So let's do that real quick. All right, just under 20 minutes, everything's back together on this side. I always call the first side when I'm doing two of something the learning side, because you kind of figure out how each one is a little different. It's been a little while since I did the one on my wife's car, but even then, you know, you just get it fresh on your mind. So you do one on the learning side, the next one should go a lot faster. So probably about 10 minutes, 15 minutes total over there. We'll have the other ones out, which takes all of 2 seconds, and then the new one's back in. So we'll put this back together and hop over there. Just kidding, we'll leave this one open for reference, but I don't think I'll need it. But anyways, we'll go over there just in case and leave this one open. That's why I like this one so much. I was able to just hook it around the spring right here, and then all I got to do is pry and it comes out. So really good for these springs. This one's a little tight. I almost need this for pretty much everything else, but typically on especially bigger vehicles, these are awesome. And I'm not saying don't get yourself a kit for brake drums. I just never had one, and at this point don't really see the need for one. So yeah. right, that's it. About 15 minutes all back together here. So we'll go ahead and put these wheels on. We got everything, you know, just the area where they touch greased. It fits like my wife's car. It just squeaked every time you let go of the brake pedal. But yeah, that'll do it. So we'll catch up with you when we put this back on. All right, just got back up in the truck, just got paid. The guy was super grateful and everything went together fine. Again, I probably would have replaced the hardware if it were my own vehicle or if I sold it to somebody, but at least it was all there and worked. So it's a job well done. It's the Roadside Rescue YouTube channel. I'm Ernest. Thanks again for all the subscribers. Subscribe and check out our giveaway. I'll link the video up there, but we're going to give away tools or fix your car for you every 50,000 subscribers. So subscribe away, leave a comment. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.